Cheers and welcome to From Behind the Barcast, the podcast for bartending, service industry, drinking in general. I'm Paxton Eugene, and over there on the ones and twos, we have Sunset Kelly.
We just got right down to it.
Right down to it.
Intro music.
You know why?
Well, they'll hear intro music.
You'll hear the intro music because we filmed a brand new intro section for the podcast. Your intro section brought to you by Raw Ingredients, Tybee Island, Georgia. Get yourself a sushi roll, sushi bowl, put it in your sushi hole. If you're feeling, a little sluggish after all that rice, take yourself over to Tybee Art and Coffee Bar.
Better get there early, though.
Get there early. They close at 1,
yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of early for me waking up some Saturdays. We all have jobs. We all don't have jobs. No, we don't. I do. We've all not liked our jobs before, I think.
I do-ish, yeah. Go ahead.
My name is Beth from Electronics. I've been working at Wal Mart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. The attendant policy is bullshit. We are treated from management and customers poorly every day. Whenever we have a problem with it, we're told that we're replaceable. I'm tired of the constant gaslighting. This company treats their elderly associates like shit. To Jared, our store manager, you're a pervert. Greta and Kathy, shame on y'all for treating your associates the way you do. I hope you don't speak to your families the way you speak to us. Shout out to Cominique, Patty, Chardell, and so many more. Walmart doesn't deserve y'all. Fuck management and fuck this job. I quit.
Now that's over
fuck the managers, fuck this company, fuck this position, and fuck that big lazy bitch Chris Price. I fucking quit.
Called out my name too. Bro. Now, so people call things mic drop moments.
Oh, brother.
Literally, the mic drop. And it's been known throughout history worldwide and time immemorial that Walmart treats their people like shit.
Yeah.
They try and get you to work extra but not file it as overtime and all that.
Sure.
And I've hated some of my jobs. And I almost feel left out or that I haven't had the time. I had a moment where I could do a mic drop before I left a job.
Right. Dude, in my traditional graphic design life, I never felt like, I wish I'd gotten paid more, but I never felt like, the companies I worked for mistreated me necessarily or anything like that. I liked everybody I more or less worked with.
You weren't treated like part of a herd of replaceable people.
The corporate culture is kind of a herd. You have to kind of toe the line.
Heard that.
But I did like most of the people that I worked with and the people who were above me in management. Working for a big company is kind of nice that way. Or I was just lucky. But my last job, my last foray into graphic design for I just won't mention their name, but uniform company, now non-existent, thank God. But went to work for them, hated it, never quit a job that way. But after the upteenth tongue lashing for something I was beyond my control, I was just like, I quit.
Did you take anything?
No, dude, I walked right out the door, man, with what basically,
no copier to beat up in a field somewhere?
I wasn't signing anything. And and the rush of it was amazing. It's incredible. Quitting a job, right off the rip, just really spontaneously. It's a rush.
And were the people that were, that made you feel that way there to witness?
Nope. All right. So here the beauty.
Oh, man.
I don't want to say the beauty of it, but we had 2 other stores, so it was just a audio conference call thing. So it's basically me and our business manager / whatever, and then
resident douchebag.
Yeah. The one person that I probably didn't like, but our human resources type person. Anyway, but they were just giving me a tongue lashing over something that I didn't know to do because they made me an art director and something I didn't want to do. But anyway, the whole nerd story. Long story short, I was like, I quit. I walked out. They're like, we're not done here. I'm like, no, I'm done.
During the conference call?
Yeah, during the conference call. I could hear them. They were like, but tell them to come back. And I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done.
That's amazing.
No, dude. There's a litany of stories I could tell, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But And this one instance, I walked out, and for like an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half, I felt incredible. And then I got back to Tybee, and I was kind of like, huh. All right, I know I'm probably not going to get I might have to legally get my last check, but I'm not going to get it. So I'm certainly not going to mail it to me. So I'm probably not going to get paid this week for the last bit of time I was there. And then I go, damn, I've only got about this much savings. Have no plan B at all. What I'm going to do now. And
but that hour, buddy.
So I kind of went to panic mode for another hour, and I was like, oh shit! I wasn't going to go back, but like, what am I going to do now? And I was like, and then that little inner voice was like, well, dude, look. If you're going to do this, I'll say, go out to the beach with a 12-pack of beer.
I know. Let's finish the drill.
If you're gonna freak the fuck out, you might as well do it on the beach under an umbrella. So I went out there.
What you live out here for, Went
out there, drank like a 12-pack of beer. And I was coming back up 14th Street, serendipitously. And Lee just happened to be sitting up there. And I looked up, and he was like, hey, Callie, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing fine, Lee.
Let's say who Lee is. She is the mama of Breezy Riders.
Yeah, and I think Cope might have told me at that time that they had a seat opener too, and they're always looking for somebody who's not a jackass and has no DUIs and a valid license,
sure.
Which is kind of rare on Tybee.
you think it's a low bar, but it's like down here, buddy. That's kind of a lot. That's like a PhD.
So Ron called me like 30 minutes later. It's like, hey, homie, when can you start? And I'm like, I can start tomorrow. And he's like, great. And I told the story a little bit, but my first ride was Wink and Bobo.
Oh, man,
taking them to work. And,
what a way to get in.
Yeah. Made $10 in 5 minutes, and I was just like, huh.
I knew it.
Boom. It was like the first hit of heroin you ever had.
Right.
Just driving two friends from A to B, talking like we normally would, and I got paid to do it.
And it ends with money.
Yep.
And it's funny how serendipitous it was. Because Kelly and I both have little voices in our head when we play disc golf. When we throw weak shots, we're like, no, don't try too hard now.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
Yeah, don't get too serious about this competition here. We're just out here in the sunshine. And so your little voice is like, just go on down to the beach and have a 12-pack. You got to finish the drill.
Yep.
And then walking back up because they live on 14th. And yeah, man.
She just happened to be out there, and I looked up, and and like Cope had mentioned something along the way. He wasn't like, dude, you should come drive. It wasn't anything like that. But I got the feeling they were always looking for somebody.
Sure.
And I thought about like maybe be a server or something. But
yeah.
I was like, I can't be a server, and I can't. Maybe I could learn how to be a bartender, but I don't want to be a bartender. And but I can drive a car.
So is the little voice in your head right about the beach sort of quelling a little bit of the...
I mean, the voice of reason stepped in and said, look, either way, you've got about this amount of money for this amount of time.
And maybe about this amount of time.
You got to dial some things back if you push it a little bit.
Yeah.
No eating out for the time being.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're going to drink, maybe drink something shittier.
Drink High Lives.
Yeah. Or whatever. Just cheaper, 10 times cheaper booze.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And,
by Captain James instead of Captain
I had a
Morgan.
window that I was looking at, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not dead in the water. I'm not fucked next week. But I was going to be dipping into savings, which I didn't want to do.
Sure.
That kind of shit.
But you probably could have lived off just the exhilaration for about a week of being hey, I'm done, guys.
There was that. And, having a big party over it wasn't really something I wanted to do.
Right.
Not because I was embarrassed or anything. I didn't give a shit about that. I was more than happy to tell the story. Fuck those people. But, fuck them, man. God, they sucked. They're just the worst. But anyway.
Did any of your coworkers hit you up afterwards? Like, man, you're a hero.
No,
You spoke truth to power.
No, I ran into one of them just randomly, hanging out with somebody I know on Tybee randomly. I was just like, Tinder date had to be.
Yeah.
And it was a guy that basically ran our shipping department. And ran into him. And no, it wasn't like a legend thing at all. Because I basically walked out. There was one guy who was like our floor manager who walked out with me. Check Mike. He used to hang out at.
Oh, yeah. He used to hang out at Pooh's all the time. Yeah.
Nice guy. It had nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
He goes, well, maybe I see you around at Huckapoo's. I was like, dude, you'll never see me again. You'll never see me again. I'll never be back here.
I am done.
If I ran into him randomly at Pooh's, I would have bought him a beer or I said hello or whatever. But no, I wouldn't explain myself about all that. Fuck that place.
Oh, man.
But just telling, I didn't curse at them or anything like that. But just saying enough. I don't want to say I'm a grown man, but
right.
I'm a grown man. I'm an adult.
You did it your way.
Yeah. At that time, I was however 40 years plus old and all that. I was like, you're not going to talk to me this way. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't pay
not
me
for this amount of money.
You don't pay me shit.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, anyway. Fuck those people.
I've quietly quit, but only it was my first real like job. I was like 15 or 16, 15, I think. Freshman year of high school, and it was Larry's Giant Subs on St. Simon's Island, Georgia. I loved my manager.
Yeah.
His name was Chip. He was he had been in the Peace Corps.
Oh, this is getting better.
So he went down to Jamaica, man.
Oh, brother.
And he brought him back a Jamaican wife who refused to give him head.
Oh.
There's a Jamaican thing.
Really?
They don't touch it. They don't mouth each other's stuff. It's a thing. I don't know if it's full Caribbean.
You don't think Bob Marley was demanding?
No.
What about when he's on the road?
Hey.
If he's not on the motherland, he's not in Jamaica.
When he's in Connecticut,
but if he's in Connecticut,
yeah, anything goes, right? What that happens in Connecticut.
He's playing the Cow Palace. Give me head, woman.
And I loved my manager, and he was a huge Doors fan, and I was a Zeppelin fan.
Wow.
And I didn't really like the Doors. He didn't really like Zeppelin. So we always had that thing, you know?
Okay.
He was a great dude. I loved the guy.
Peace Corps?
The owner was kind of a chooch, though. And I worked there about a year, and me and Chip, we were boys. Chip had nothing to do with any of the real big. He was the manager, but you know, none of the real big decisions.
Okay.
And the owner was like, you know what, Paxton, you've been here, 365 fiscal year, a calendar year. We'll give you a raise, and it was 15 cents.
Oh man, what are you gonna do with that?
From $5.50 to $5.65.
God, minimum wage.
Now this is 1996.
Minimum wage, brother.
Yeah, and I was like, "Are you 50 cent would have put me at $6 an hour."
That might have bumped you up to another tax bracket they don't want to deal with.
But even
that kind of income.
Even my broken car young ass was like, he told me that. I finished my shift and it just never came back.
Wow.
And then not long after that, I went to a restaurant and I saw Chip. He was a manager of an actual restaurant, not a chain sub shop. But I have no hate for Larry's Giant Subs.
Sure.
I still remember if you like lettuce, tomato, onion in the computer, that's all the way 1. If you want mayonnaise, mustard, Italian dressing, that's all the way 2.
Yeah.
I remember all the stuff about it, like how you stack the sandwich and all that.
Dude, my first tax-paying job was working at Wendy's. 16 years old. I think minimum wage back then was like $3.15. It was nothing. And I didn't work like a full slate or anything like that. I probably worked maybe 18 hours a week.
Yeah.
During basically lunch shift. And I'd get a check. It might be $65 after taxes. Now, it was, I could go out and buy some CDs and some cassettes.
Right, yeah.
Fill up the blazer and all that, eat out a couple. It was kind of big money for that. But
yeah, when you're 15, my first check, because I didn't work, it was during school, so I wasn't working that much. Yeah. My first check was $82 or something like that. And I was like, that's a quarter of weed and 2 CDs. I'm cool.
I didn't think I was rich by any means, but it gave me something to do. I was working with my buddy Mike. I was the grill guy, and he was the expediter, so he put the sandwiches together. But going back to what you said, there was a process. It had to be stacked a certain way. It didn't matter what ingredients were lacking.
Right,
It had to go in that order. If they don't want onions, then it has to go.
You know what, though? There's bliss in work like that. Like twisting widgets. Not mindless, but there's a thing that people say, like, work sets you free, because if you're dedicating your mind to something that's maybe not super repetitive,
right,
but it allows your mind to dream up ideas about other things.
I don't look back at it overly romantically, because
sure,
it was a greasy job, it was a dirty job.
But the camaraderie of you and your buddy.
It wasn't a disgusting place to work by any means.
Right,
It was very clean and all that.
It's not this Wendy's down here.
But I ate my share of sandwiches and Frosties and fries and chili and everything. So I know how it all's made. But working with Michael was great. Actually, after a while, Susan, our boss, finally had to separate us. She was like, because we were the drive-through guys.
Oh no!
Then we'd have the girl on it with us too. You know,
Mike and Kelly and Mike. Don't put them together.
Oh, dude! And at the time, I'm not like I said, I'm not going to over romanticize this, but there was no tickets. It was just called the fuck out, man. I need 1 cheese.
Yeah.
I
need a Dave single on the double.
Yep, and it was all just boom, 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 boom. Now, if every once in a while we could do a callback and be like, hey, can you give me that one more time? Because they always had a ticket at the register.
Yeah.
But when you're running the line,
yeah,
you just do it.
Could you eat their food with impunity, Or did you have to like ring it in?
Well,
or?
no, we did because most of it was going to expire anyway.
Sure.
I mean, during lunch, not so much, but when after lunch came, that 2 to 7 or
Yep.
2 to 5,
Yeah.
6 thing, a lot of fries expire, a lot
Sure.
of chicken nuggets expired, and this is when they had just introduced the chicken nuggets.
Oh, buddy.
So I'd be in that walk and just popping them in my mouth,
Popping them some
Scooby
bitches.
snacking those things.
Isn't it great you can do all that back then and not gain a single ounce?
Oh God, dude, I was a reed in the wind. I'd be blown away. Where'd Kelly go? Oh, he got caught by
Read in the wind.
you open the car window. I'd just go right out the window.
Yeah, and
wiry.
it's funny though, not to over romanticize it, but I just remember like, especially my job now, like Larry's the latest I would ever get off was like 9:30.
Right.
So I still had so much time to go smoke weed with my friends and
Dude,
chase chicks, man. Oh, buddy.
Dude, I mean, I worked at a car wash too. I mean, I'm not saying the summer jobs were the best ones, but they kind of were in a way because each job I had, even the time I was shucking oysters at this bar, we were underage, but we chucked so many bushels and had all the Coca-Cola we wanted.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And then we'd suck all the nitrous off the
of course.
the cream,
As you do.
Whip. Cool Whip.
That's why you got a lawsuit
Yeah.
going now.
We started dealing with that one, but yeah, but I was always working with a buddy or buddies.
Yeah. Well, also, you didn't go to work like I have to make this or this bill won't get paid. The freedom of just like every bit of money that comes into my pocket here.
Yeah, I mean, I had the luxury. My parents, I didn't get my pick of cars, but I found a deal on a Blazer, got it, and I said, "Look, this is a deal. You're putting the gas in it.
Yeah.
You're going to chip in."
You know how much gas costs then? A gallon was less than $1.
I mean, plus I was the first friend to get the license, so my little Blazer was a school bus. It was comical. It was almost clown car. There was like 8 of us getting out of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a full size Blazer. It was a smaller one.
I had a Chevy Spectrum 4-door.
Oh, nice.
That thing was a clown car. I got pulled over with 8 people in it one time
yeah. That's
by
not
the
bad.
girl's dad.
Oh,
A girl that was in the car, her dad was a cop.
oof. That's always fun.
Pulled us over. I mean, I'm surprised the doors weren't on the ground. And this is a Chevy Spectrum with 6 to 8 people in it.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Well, I'm a little bit older than you, but at least back in the mid '80s and all that, seatbelts there was no mandatory bop anything.
Yeah.
Seeing, I'm not saying my car individually or uniquely, but like any car on a Friday night on Augusta, Georgia, with 12 kids in it,
Yeah.
no cop was giving 2 shits about it.
No, not at all.
unless they didn't wreck into
And see,
somebody.
that's exactly the reason I got pulled over. He goes, "There's no way everyone's wearing a seatbelt in there," because I mean that's what he said to us. And then he turns and goes, "Taryn."
Get out.
I mean, let us go.
Did he get her out of the car? Did he get her out of the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Get out of the car.
Oh,
I'll call you
buddy.
tomorrow. You won't be calling anybody tomorrow.
We have a thing, and we were talking about it earlier a little bit, but we don't discuss it too much because we don't want to let anybody know the secrets. But I had this human person come in.
Yeah.
This pissed me. I had this human person come in, woman, girl, and I remember her. I don't see her much, but I remember her, but not because of good things. And not because of terrible things. She's annoying. She sucks.
Okay.
Like, she's just
That gray area.
not
between good
cool.
and bad.
Yeah, just but like noticeable enough to not like. And she comes in. She comes in and she goes, "Hey, are you Paxton or Wink?" And I go, "I know this bitch."
Oh,
I mean, I know who this bitch is.
okay.
She goes, "Are you Paxton or Wink?" I go, "I'm Paxton." She goes, "Oh, do you not remember me?"
Oh, boy.
Number one, don't open asking me who the fuck I am. If you were to, and I did remember her. And I said, "No, I'm sorry, honey." You think I'm going to give that to you? You asked me if I'm one or another person. Oh, look, it's been a joke that we kind of, I mean,
Yeah,
we
we've
both
talked
work at
about-
Huckapoos.
We talked about a fair amount.
Yes. But come the fuck on, man.
Yeah.
She goes, "What, you don't remember me?" I'm like, you gonna come
Well,
anyway.
in what way? Like, you don't remember me, Paxton, after that night we had? Or was it just
No.
say,
Well,
I don't
I've
remember
never-
you?
yeah.
I had
No,
two,
nothing
I had
like
2
that.
beers
What?
8 months ago, and
What, you don't remember
8
me?
weeks ago.
I do remember you.
oh,
Because you suck.
You're just
I mean-
memorable enough to suck.
Yeah, exactly. Memorable enough to not like.
Yeah, no.
I mean, but
that's actually
But when people come in and go, Paxton, what's up? Oh shit, you don't remember me. Yeah, I feel bad sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you just go, which one are you, Paxton or Wink, and then try and act butthurt that
Hey, dude. I mean, at the very least, no. What? When I answer the phone, people are like, Ron, or whatever. It happens. I think, breezy just comes out of your nose the way breezy, how you say it. But, it's, I don't care. If people remember my name, great. But what does eventually happen is Lee will send me when she's dispatching, and she'll be like, hey, Kelly's on his way, Oh, no. So I get there, like, hey, Kelly. And then I kind of go, all right, well, it's a breezy thing. They probably know me and all that. But then the rest of the night, or if I see him out, maybe on a Monday or something afterwards, they see me, like, Kelly, oh, you were great last night. I'm like, don't remember you at all.
I was great though.
Well, I'm certain about that.
I know I was great.
That's not the issue.
That's not a question.
Well, I mean, it's nice when people get in the car, Kelly, and hey man, if the radio plays a song that conveniently comes on that they all love, and they think I played it in some cosmic way. So, and that next thing that makes the ride remarkable to them.
You ain't gonna tell them no different.
We got in the car, Dreamweaver is playing.
He knew we wanted Dreamweaver, and like magic.
Yeah, there it was.
Like a lark.
Best ride from Huckapoo's down front ever. And if we go back to Huckapoo's, can we get you?
Right, yeah.
Like, I mean, hey, if I'm close, we're not busy, sure, you can try.
You know what though? Like, it's pretty special when you get me. I gotta tell you.
If you get breezy in general,
yeah.
if you're allowed, in our vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is kind of a privilege.
Yeah, it's a privilege. It's not right.
I'm sure that. Oh yeah, you've spoken about this before, but there's an evil thing that some people do sometimes, and it's going out with their partner or maybe partner or on the rocks partner or whatever, and then intentionally trying to jealousify the other person. Like they go out with the stark intention of doing so.
Right.
Because like you said before, sometimes you'll be in the cab, and even if the wife isn't necessarily trying to make the husband jealous, but she's like, "Oh, Kelly, what are you doing after this?" And the husband's like, "Come on, man."
It's at least as far as I remember it, truthfully, something like that happens in the breezy to me. It's like the woman's like laughing at everything I say, even though I'm not trying to be funny necessarily, or she's asking me any number of personal questions. Are you married? And the husband's like, man, stop asking the man questions and all that. Or it's like, why don't you never laugh? Why don't you laugh at another one of his jokes? And I'm like, I'm not even like the mic. I'm not doing anything. She's asking me questions. I'm just responding. Sometimes with a dry, witty humor that I do have occasionally, whatever. But the guy's like,
they're rolling on the floor.
It ain't that funny.
Ain't that fucking funny?
It ain't that funny, And the next thing you know, I'm getting $10.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I get the 20. He wants 10 back.
Oh yeah. It was going to start at 20 until she just had to laugh at every one of your hilarious jokes. This lady comes in, and all right, there's a thing now, and it happens with rich and poor now. But I feel like with the rich, you can get plastic surgery, and it not be so incredibly evident. Nick Offerman, the guy that played Ron Swanson,
sure,
his wife Megan Mullally, she's gotten subtle work done, and she looks amazing. But then you have other people that get work done, and it's like, and like I said, these are rich people too.
Yeah,
it's like if it doesn't look incredibly off-putting and large, giant lips, and then it's almost as if they feel like they didn't get plastic surgery.
It's like for every Michael Jackson whose face just completely dissolved before our eyes.
Yeah.
Like the dude in Raiders of the Lost Ark when opens the ark and his face melts away.
Yeah.
But for every him and all that, you look at the Kardashians, and every one of them's had major work.
Yeah.
Mom all the way down to every one of them.
Yeah.
Now I think they were all really. I mean, you look at their kid pictures. They might be getting to be beautiful at some point.
Right,
but they've all had
but they're all kind of subtle with it, you know what I mean?
Whoever's doing their cutting is really good at it.
But then there's some people, and I heard the term for it, because someone commented on this lady, they go, she's got more A Lago face. So it's people of wealth, but it's almost like a status symbol to get such incredibly apparent plastic surgery work
Yeah.
that it's like, hey, look, I've
Yeah.
worked on myself.
Yeah.
So this lady with the Mar-a-Lago face is with her guy, I assume. And she goes, hey, we're going to have a couple drinks. I was like, yeah, you're at a bar.
But
So I get them their drinks. And all right, there's things you compliment about people if it's like genuine, you know. She goes, oh my God, I love your shorts.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, what am I wearing? I only wear 2 pairs of shorts to work. I looked down, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I should have known that was a red flag right away. I didn't know what red flag or what color flag it was. But it was bright red, though, because of her lips.
It was a warning flag regardless of the color.
Red, exactly. They mean different things in different, whether you're on the water or, in the mountains. We don't know.
The surf could be really bad or it might have been bad. It's still bad. The surf is still bad.
So I was like, thanks. I go, I got him at Goodwill. I don't know. Like, it was just such a weird. I really love your shorts. Anyways,
Okay.
time goes on. They walk inside. There's a table of swinging dicks out there, like college age, good looking, fit guys.
Oh boy.
Here, Mar-a-Lago face shows up out there, hand on shoulder of one of the guys in there. Oh, baby, man, what are you having? This is what I'm hearing.
Is she a MILF or a cougar?
More of a cougar.
Okay.
I hope she doesn't have kids. Good God. Those kids. So cut to, so she's over there doing that, and I'm like, his name was Paul. I remember that because that's what I wrote down because his credit card.
Paul.
I go, where? Oh, there's Paul over by the door, staring bullets at this bitch.
No, wait. All right. Was she too much work done, or was she
She did not look good.
Okay.
I bet she fucked her face up. She probably, maybe she could have done, like if she'd have done some lift or whatever, but she literally, it looks like someone took a plastic surgery gun and shot her with it.
Yeah. Going back to the how and why, or what people would do it, monetary parts aside and all that. My mom had a little work done after my folks split up. I think it was a self-esteem type issue.
Sure.
She wasn't looking to. Donna was not looking to get back out on the street immediately and get back out to the clubs and find another, ex in the future kind of thing.
Yeah.
It took years, almost 2 decades for her to find another guy. But, she had a little self-confidence thing, so she had a little nip and tuck around the eyes and all that. She was in so much pain afterwards. Laid up.
Never again.
Never again. I'll never have work again.
Okay, so I'll tell. This is my idea of what the psychology might be. So she looked terrible because of how
It was too much.
everything was too much, and it was
Lips.
It was giant lips,
Collar.
and then the cheekbones. I don't know.
I got you.
It was inhuman.
I can see it.
It was almost inhuman.
Sure.
And I think the psychology behind it is there's certain people that like their lens of what they see that other people might respond to as being sexy or good looking is a Mar-a-Lago faced ideal of an American woman of age.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I know you're old, but hey, you put some more. You got big tits now, and you really caked it on. That means you're attempting to try and look good.
When I lived in Florida for a few years, down in the Sarasota area, and I actually really loved the golf. It was badass. But I'm not saying it's just in Florida, but it seemed like everybody was above a certain age was having work done, or none at all. You're going to the grave gracefully,
right?
Nothing, blue hair the whole 9 yards, or complete swing the other way.
Right. And was it really evident and sort of off-putting and inhuman looking? Yeah.
Almost alien-esque.
It's almost more of it's not about like improving how they look because it's an obviously a detriment, at least in my purview.
It's point of view.
As a human male of an age. I think it's more of a not dog whistle, but it's more of a declaration. Yeah. Hey, I'm still trying to be in it.
I'm certain at this age, I can safely say that that's not something I'm going to be attracted to going forward.
Right.
I'm at an age now where it's like, if I can, I'm not, before we did the whole growing old gracefully type thing and all that, but no, if somebody who had that much work done, and I'm not saying if they were like a decade younger than me or 5 years younger than me, but somebody who was, that self-conscious.
That's a mental marker for me.
For me personally, it seems like a huge, incredibly big red flag.
Yeah.
For my personality and how I'd want my relationship to hopefully go.
And there was possibly an ex that pushed her to it, like, hey, if you don't have bigger tits, or if you don't peel your face back, and then they might have gotten over that now, but that was just a period in their life. But the fact still remains the same. They didn't have enough self-worth to begin with.
And without delving into the psychology of where their head's at, trying to unpack all that. It's for me it's more of like, clearly you have some sort of self-esteem issues for whatever reason you did it. Now, it might bring you some satisfaction for whatever reason. I've never liked my nose, and never liked whatever. My boobs are small because I breastfed kids. All these reasons I'd say it's not my place to judge the reason behind it. But it's something that I find is an accoutrement to someone's overall physical appearance and personality. It's just not my bag. Well,
I've been with women who have had breast reductions and implants.
I've had,
and both of them, each of them, psychologically, they did that, and it was like, hey, I feel better now. It scratched the itch.
Yeah, and it's not my body.
Right.
And the reasoning behind it, I'm not gonna say boob job is not
fun.
No,
but the plastic surgery gun to the face, that's a fucking flag right there. Yeah. When it's just like,
yeah, dude, I get it. And the older you get, the tighter it gets, and the eyes keep moving further and further apart.
There's some old men with fucking erectile dysfunction at golf clubs that are like, now that's a woman. And I think that's the demographic they're aiming for.
Well, look at, I guess maybe that cruising mentality where you just don't, you never grow out of it. Like, you're a certain way in high school, you're a certain way in college, you're a certain way in your younger career and all that. And you're the same kind of guy who's, dog whistling, wolf whistling every girl. And if you like the highly, high maintenance woman in your 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, you're going to like him in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah. And it's a funny thing. So she continues to walk around, and someone heard her say, I'm trying to make Paul jealous. So she went out with the intention, and then I won't say who, but someone came up the back ramp. They go, this chick's hiding from her boyfriend. I don't know why, but I'm going to grab a couple shots. I was like, here's a couple shots for you, buddy. Good fucking luck with that.
Damn. I mean, it's a good story.
But the thing is, like, people do that. Both sides. They're like, oh, I'm going to make them jealous. It's like, why are we out at all? What's this going to do? Now, if it's like some kink, and which does exist, I have the internet.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do.
I know there's the guy that's like, why did you talk to him for so long? Okay, I'll watch you.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you come home to me. There's a thing for all that.
Sure.
But these people, but this dude, he wasn't the sexually explorative guy. You know what I mean? Like, this was hurting him. It was literally every spot I saw her in, I could cut to. I would be like, let me look at the closest door. Bing! There's Paul, staring bullets.
Yeah. Well, I've certainly never tried to instigate anything with anybody in the car. If some person, woman, or whatever the reason, takes a liking to me in a certain amount of time, which is not. I mean, it's not. This is not unique to me.
Yeah.
This is all the breezy drivers. I mean, that kind of shit. I mean, last night, perfect example. I picked up two girls. I was taking them up to Huckapoos from down at Docks and all that, and they weren't mad that I was taking them. They were just like, "Where's Ron?" And I'm like, "He's off on Sunday. There's a day off and all that." And like, well, take us to Huckapoos and all that. But there's Ron, and they're asking me what it's like to do. But just ask me all kinds of breezy questions, all above board, just fine. And I was like, well, actually, we're getting ready to scoop him up. And he went up to Poos and had a couple beers and blah, blah, blah. And they lost their minds like he was a rock star. They couldn't believe it. Like, they're sharing a limo with Ron from Breezy.
I love that.
Dude,
yeah.
They lost their minds. Like, Beatles-esque fangirls screaming.
Fainting.
Yeah.
It's
like, and I was like, it's just Ron. Take it easy.
You hater, Kelly. God. What a hater.
Not jealous at all. I was like, looks like a methed out Joe Walsh. Come on, man.
They're like, fuck this Kelly guy. We're going to make him jealous. So Ron.
But no, dude, but they just like, they just couldn't get enough of him.
Well, maybe Ron will pick it up next time. Give me $15 and get out of here.
Give me your money. No, they were very cool, actually.
I have a new roommate. I like the guy. He's a good guy.
That helps.
I have a
fucking asshole.
So I have a cardboard cutout here.
I just.
Did you saw it?
When I walked in, man, it caught me.
Didn't it scare you? Didn't it scare you?
Yeah, wasn't expecting it.
So I'm cleaning out the basement the other day, and she popped out. So the thing is, yeah, it's the uncanny valley. because this cardboard cutout of a Bud Light woman, with a little cheeky smile.
Life size.
Life size. It's the right height. It's the right width. It's human-esque.
Perfect making out
Uncanny
later.
Valley. I was cleaning out and I moved something. I went, ah! I remember how much it scared me before when we first got it. So, and my roommate had never seen this gal before.
Just put it in the bathroom shower.
So he I've learned his pattern a little bit. On nights that he works, he'll normally lay it down about like 11, and then from about 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. he's got to pee like 9 times. Like he does that, and then he's back to sleep until he goes to work. I know the pattern. I'm up at those hours
Because he's been drinking.
He's been drinking a little bit. So I take my lady and I put her in his bathroom just behind the door. And I hear, ah! He goes, I nearly pissed myself. You know why? Because I had to pee really bad. So I always take it and hide it so that he can't do it to me. He goes, game on. I was like, no, it's not game on. It scares me. I hid it for myself so that he couldn't find it. I scared my fucking self with it.
Next thing you know, you're going to be waking up with your hand in a bowl of water. All right, what are you doing, man?
We're back to college, baby. So I've gotten him on
Sharpie eyebrows.
I've gotten him on 3 occasions now. So I'm trying to think of some new fun.
So that's not game on, huh?
Some fun ways. So he was. So Kelly and I both. We've been, trying to string together a couple days, weeks of exercise and healthy eating and all that.
I got to clean it up.
And I have been like, I've been saying, hey, be a shark, man. Always keep moving, So I'll, when we play disc golf, I'll either go do some sprints before it or lift weights after it, and just try to eat clean, whatever. But so when my roommate was home tonight, he goes, hey man, I'm gonna make some cheeseburgers if you want some. I was like, sure, man. He goes, well, I almost got arrested getting these groceries. And I said, why? He goes, well, I was at the self-checkout. And the last thing that he scanned and paid for, he had left it on the on the counter or whatever.
Kiosk right there.
Yeah. And when he lifted it up, it scanned again. And he started to walk out. And our guy, our sweet little guy, who we don't know if he's Southern or gay, so this just ties back into last week. He goes, hey, big guy, you better not leave without paying for that. I'm going to get you. Like,
I'm going to get you.
I will come get you. Because he said the guy chased him out of the door.
Really?
Like, he was getting to the door, and he goes, hey, big guy, you better stop right there. You got to pay for them Diet Cokes. And he goes, I have my receipt. And he goes, what are you talking about? Because,
it was a misunderstanding.
Total misunderstanding. But I was just like, so my little guy ran after you? I'm going to get you if you try and steal something.
He's like a little yappy dog.
Yeah.
Tenacious.
Better not run out of here. I'm going to get you.
Is that like a tickle monster kind of get you?
So now there's a cheeseburger down there. I'm like, I'm waiting to eat it because I know it'll be delicious because the secret ingredient is crime.
Absolutely free food is pretty incredible tasting.
No, but yeah, stringing some days together, like trying to eat a bit healthy and,
Just get some exercise, man.
Literally just, it's the only dividends it's paid for me, because what I've noticed is my belly looks bigger because everything else is kind of shedded a little bit. But all that does is put the fire inside of me.
Well, what I've realized at this most recent attempt at getting my shit together and cleaning it up is that I've done it before. I mean, I've never had the diet to have a 6-pack.
Yeah,
because I like 6-packs too much.
Get it.
But, and greasy food and all the things.
Sure.
But I can eat healthy when I need to and want to. But what I realized is like most people, you get to a certain point and all of a sudden you just can't melt the weight away the way you used to. So
takes a little more work, baby.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And the body's not nearly as willing as it was 10 years ago or even 5 years ago.
But it's funny because as soon as you get up and do anything, you're like, oh, why did I put this off for so long?
Yeah. I mean, and again, you have to be a realist and like, this is not going to happen overnight. That old trope, not even in a week. Hell, it might even take a month to actually see any sort of tangible results on the scale and all that kind of shit. But so like, I'm starting to see a little bit of something,
The results are inside your heart.
A few pounds. Like I said, I've been out in the sun running. So
the results are literally inside your heart, man. You can't use one metric or the other, man.
So I'm starting to see some minor results beyond just having a tan, looking a little tightened up. But it's taken a while to get the motor primed and running. And constantly running. and getting some momentum and putting it stringing 2-3 weeks.
That's
together.
why I try and think about like I'm a shark. Keep moving, or you'll drown.
But getting into that month area now, it kind of feels good. I mean, the food. Eating at home is what it is. I do my best.
Hey, man.
Temptations are everywhere.
And now look, you went to Calorie Corner today, or you went through Calorie Corner today, and you persevered.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah,
but
but you did it though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not dying for Chick-fil-A. Or it's not like I can't live without it. But, because when you're down there, I've gotten off 2 nights of work, so Monday's kind of my first night, first day off. So I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Yeah,
besides just putting it in a bank and start paying bills.
And it's Calorie Corner, man. Anything you could ever imagine that you would want.
But there was nothing to rationalize.
There you go.
Health-wise,
there you go.
Because it's all either want to be fried or whatever.
Yeah. Can't go to Sisters in the New South and get a salad. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, Taco Bell. That was maybe a rationalization. There's some lettuce in there.
Get out of here.
Maybe a little tomatoes and some sour cream.
I hear you talking to yourself like that too in the car. Well,
Kelly,
if I get it Supreme, that means it's got guacamole on it, and that means I'll get healthy fats.
Yes.
My roommate isn't a thief. That was just a misunderstanding.
It happens, man.
Even with food or not, but I had it was a misunderstanding the other night on maybe my part or maybe both people's parts. I'll let you guys be the judge and you two. So I'm a hand signal guy at the bar. I give thumbs. Hey, are you okay?
Gotcha.
You want your check? You want to close out?
Are you when you close out? Are you one of these guys?
All right.
Or a signer?
If I'm at the bar, I'm a signer.
Okay.
If I'm patronizing a bar,
you're signing.
So if someone goes, hey, I'd like a beer, and they hand me their card, then do you want me to close it now?
Right.
I'll go across the neck.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
So then, and then I learned this from some of the Williamses people. They're the only people that do it, but I do it to other people and they get it. You do this and you put it next to your cheek.
Okay.
Water.
Real?
It looks like a W.
Is that sign language?
I think it is.
It's got to be.
I think it is for them.
It's got to be.
So, in that realm, I believe and I think I'm pretty sure this is right that if I do this hand gesture, tip of the fingers to the chin and out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
I think.
But if you're Italian and you do this,
yeah, right. Well, it wasn't that misunderstanding.
Okay.
I'll tell you the misunderstanding. Da-da-da-da-da. Having a good time with a couple. This couple, like, they did everything right. They're like, oh man, haven't had a slice like this. I'm from New York. This is the best slice I've had in Georgia. All this. They weren't being douchey about it though.
I know. I'm just.
They were like trying things and this and that. They did everything right. So then at the end, they were buying other people's drinks and stuff like that. I was like, hey guys, it's so I'm sure I want to put this all together. They goes, put it all on one. Like everything they did was right.
Run it.
So with my appreciation of it, because the woman was kind of taking the lead, I said, thank you so much.
I've seen you do that a fair amount of times. Did she understand what you were doing, or like, was she thinking?
I don't know if she did, but the husband thought I blew her a kiss.
Oh God.
Now look, I didn't understand right away why he was like, "What the fuck?" Kind of. He didn't. He just goes, "Hey man, hey." I saw him, and then I go, I didn't realize it right away, and then I was like, "Oh, dude, I didn't do this." Chin. I think that's thank you. I swear I looked it up too.
Well,
he was not happy.
Anyway.
He was not fucking happy.
Really?
He was like, sign it. Let's fucking go. Like he wasn't. Listen, hey, he wasn't gonna challenge me.
Not on your home turf anyway.
He wasn't gonna challenge me. This particular person, he wasn't gonna challenge me to anything. Anyways, but yeah, he was upset.
I outside of the husband or boyfriend, whatever, occasionally, not really directing their, vitriol towards me.
Yeah.
But they're not telling me to shut up or anything like that. But I'm certainly when they get out, I'm not gonna fuck with the guy and give the. Nice talking to you, babe.
Right,
See you soon. I'm not gonna exacerbate that.
Really good having you as a passenger, Jennifer.
Yeah. But conversely, but I have done that when, for whatever reason, coincidentally, I've had a couple from Ohio, inevitably, or something, or from my place, and I've had them just for whatever reason, like 8 times in 3 nights that I work, and it's their last night on the island, and hey. just keep the change this time. You know, they might be getting 5 back every time, no matter what. But it was a solid ride for the two of them. Pleasant conversation and all that. Maybe a little flirtatious with the wife because she was flirting with me, but they're old enough to where nobody's mad about it.
Right, yeah.
And
Everyone's secure.
So they're like, man, if we're back next year, hopefully you're still working. I was like, maybe I will be, whatever, and all that. But it's good to see you, babe. Safe travels. And off we go. And the husband's not like, you know, baby,
hey, bro.
He's like, Breezy's just the best.
Are you trying to fuck Brenda?
Breezy's just the best.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You want to go home with him, Ruth? You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But no, dude, if a guy's clearly taking offense at what's going on.
The thing was, up until then, like I didn't feel the wife was being, or the girlfriend was being flirtatious with me at all.
Right.
They were just cool cut. Like they were pleasant.
You know, being flirtatious with me, I guess.
When I'm at work, I can barely tell if they're trying to or not.
Yeah,
I'm so clueless.
That's fair. And it's like I'm just making conversation, answering the questions, and I don't shy away from much. You know, it's like, hey, you know, sometimes he's like, hey, Mr. Driver, can I ask you something? I was like, fire away. You know,
Yeah.
I may not answer it.
Right, yeah.
But you can ask me anything. You can ask me. Like, can I ask you a question? You can ask me anything you want. Doesn't mean I'll answer it.
Right, yeah.
But I'm not trying to be coy necessarily. But,
9 inches though.
Well, like we talked about, that was just one kind of awful ride. But just overall, like the other night, picked up a few like 3 girls, 2 guys, not quite frats hard, probably post college, so they were a little sad about this. You know, it's like it ain't cool being 23, you know, and you know, and you know, I'm not, and it might have been 2 boyfriends and girlfriends and one road and one fifth wheel girl and all that, but she was talking.
All right, sorry.
I don't like when you're 23. Fuck off. But she was like, hey, Mr. Driver, you know, can I ask you something? I'm like, sure. She's like, she goes, tell me one of your deepest, darkest secrets. We're never going to see each other again. You tell me something and all that. She goes, tell me something and all that. And I wasn't trying to be coy. I just said, you know, I kind of like my secrets. You know, I'm not going to tell you about some sexual escapade.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not because
I can tell you about the guy I
I'm
murdered.
ashamed yeah.
Yeah, well,
But no, but it was just like, honestly, I wasn't even being coy. It was just the answer that came up at the time.
and that's so easy to just be like,
plus we were going to be at the sandbar in like 18 seconds.
Right, yeah.
So there's no time to tell you about this.
This chick came in the other night. She goes, hey, I'm a bartender. Tell me your worst bartending stories. I was like, girl, you think I'm going to sit here and like, I don't know if you look around. I'm kind of fucking busy, but yeah.
Yeah. But,
so how did she react?
She goes,
did she take it?
She took it very well. She goes, that's fair. I like when people are just truthful about things. I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, like I said, like I think he's probably 23, 24, 25. I could just tell.
Yeah.
They were just, because I talked about their conversation. They were talking post-college days. And it was like, I got to work. They were talking about going to work on Monday.
Got to be back Monday like it used to be.
That's when the lament was coming in, man. And I was like, oh, you poor bastards.
Oh, I love that.
Well, you know, two of them, their jobs were okay, kind of like them. The other 3 were like, I fucking hate my job, man. I want to work at that bar on campus.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, God.
Oh, it sets in. You ain't got to go back to school on Monday. You got to take your ass to work.
Remotely flirting me or anything like that.
Yeah.
But because I could ask this kind of stuff all the time.
Sure. It's kind of, I'm not a smart man. I like simple things. But one thing I don't do is, hey, we got 5 minutes. Tell me something that'll take so much longer than 5 minutes.
Right.
What's your deepest, darkest secret?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could give them a Cliff Notes version of your life. And
No,
I've done
but
that.
the only way to respond is, well, besides the guy I killed.
Yeah.
You know, like, do you want a serious fucking answer?
Well,
Come on, man.
you know, I mean, I've got enough time to make it from San Diego, where I was born, all the way to Tybee.
Yeah.
You know, in the span of a Huckapoo's sandbar ride or wherever and all that. So you can cover some ground, literally.
Sure.
And give them.
But who wants to?
You know. Throw a little anecdote about my dad being in the Navy, so moved around Paramount until I was in my teens and blah blah blah.
Tell them about how you're a man of leisure.
Yeah, wealth and taste. Race car driver, scuba diver. I fondle women.
Little slap and tickle.
I like cocaine.
I'm a friend of the devil.
He's a friend of mine.
I got Casey Jones coming down the railroad track. We got an election cycle coming up here for council people on Tybee Island, Georgia.
Already?
Yeah, already. So I've been approached. They said, hey, you're going to do the interviews again? I said, yes, for anyone who hasn't ran already.
Okay.
That's running now. I will interview, and
right on.
You know, just give the people what they need.
I think they're short and sweet. It's not an hour of your time.
Yeah.
You know, they're local people. You know,
It's not. Yeah. If you want to hear an uninterrupted little version of what they're not a fucking social media version of people in comments acting like jerk offs.
Sure.
Just give it a listen. So whenever
they were all short and sweet and
about a half an hour, we get in and out of there.
Each candidate had their own flavor.
Yeah.
Own personality obviously was imbued in each of them.
Yeah. And if you want to know anything outside of talking to them yourself, this is probably the best way.
I agree.
Because the best compliment I got was Tony. He was like, "Hey man, I didn't know if I needed to prepare to come in because everyone's so goddamn used to the shock value. Like, I'm gonna get you."
Tony Palou loves this island. I'll give him this, dude. I saw him up there on Highway 80, almost to Bull River, picking up palm fronds in the back of his truck. This man loves this island. I'm not saying you got to go out, whatever. Yeah. But we're not here to advocate for anybody.
But I just hated that. I understood that he loved this island. Yeah. That he thought I was some small dick journalist. Like, hey, I got you on this. What about the roads? What about this? Like, nah, man. We're just talking, baby. Yeah. We're just talking, man.
Like every guest we've ever had.
Yeah, exactly. We're just talking.
Yeah, just talking.
I'm not trying to catch you on anything.
No gotcha.
We ain't trying to get you. I already got you. You're here.
And we're going to bring out your mom.
Yeah, right. Whom you haven't talked to in 14 years. How does she feel about you? Yeah. All right. Good job this week. Well done. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? Yeah. All right, guys. Here's what I'm going to do. This means thank you for listening.
Stop blowing me kisses. Don't beat the shit out of you.
Hey, sign that ticket and get out of here, Brenda.
Across this table.
So I'm trying to fuck my wife. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week. And please, if you want to, we'll do a Patreon next week, too. We did a spicy Patreon last week. If you want to hear it, go to patreon.com/FromBehindTheBarcast and give us money. Also, you can go to also you can go to Instagram, YouTube, subscribe to us, do all that shit. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate the patrons who are already there. Kelly, love you. And we'll see you next week.